What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, or this week actually, I wanted to dedicate it to a different brand of kendama. I wanted to dedicate it to people who create a brand from Minneapolis, actually, from Minnesota. They're a U.S. country, or U.S. company, and they create a brand called Sweets Kendama. And Sweets is probably the most diverse kendama company out of them all. They create a lot of kendamas. They have a lot of pro players. They do a lot of events. They have a lot of things going on that makes them a really cool company that's based in America. And Sweets is a lot of fun because they create all these different types of kendamas that have different shapes, different sizes, different colorways and stuff. But they also do a lot of let's say partnerships. A lot of things. They don't necessarily do it with other kendama companies or like other companies in general, but they come up with their own ideas based off of other things, if you're following along. I'll explain this more on my next video coming up later this week, because they have this I have this one kendama from one of their partnerships, I guess you could say, and I think it's really cool. It's probably my favorite kendama coming from them, and then this being probably my favorite kendama to play with because it's just weirdly cool. Let me show you why I say weirdly. So first of all, actually, I kind of want to talk about the box itself. The box is actually like not what it is when you see other ones. Usually you have the clear coat or the clear like plastic to see through it, and then you have like the little thing on top, and then you unfold it and everything. But this is literally just a box on top of a box. But it holds this thing. And this thing is the Homegrown kendama. But I want to go into the box more because even though it's just cardboard, it's kind of cool to talk about. So the box is cool because it goes along with the Homegrown kendama. So the Homegrown kendama is a special tribute to what Sweets does towards the world. What they do is, if you read it on the back, it says they plant a tree every single time someone buys a Homegrown kendama, which I think is super generous. They're trying to help the world, and they're trying to help their environment, and they're trying to help their communities, and everyone basically get together and get along. But I still want to talk about the box because this Homegrown, or the Sweets Homegrown, it's very hard to find a good way to replace the string on this, because it doesn't come with any string. It doesn't come with any extra bearing that comes in the middle of the kendama. It also doesn't come with anything to help you try to revive this ball or this kendama if anything does happen to it. But to basically continue on with the box, it has this really cool simplistic design. I love the it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like oh, but the kendama itself is really fun, really cool. You're probably thinking nothing of it because it's literally just, you know, what, like, how cool can that be? But it actually has this really nice and smooth lacquered feeling to it. It doesn't have any cool colorways in it. It's actually really sticky for what it should be, for it just being just wood. So yeah, so the Homegrown is not made out of anything too complex and too far. It's just a simple oak design. It has a really big and round cups, I would say. The small cup, obviously smaller because it's called a small cup, but it's really it's like divoted perfectly, so you can land those tricks if you were to land it on its side like that as well. It has a really nice bottom cup, and it has a really nice tip to it too. And I don't know if you could see it, but there's this like weird coating on it, and that's a little trick I'm gonna share to you guys. One of my buddies actually gave me this kendama. We actually did a trade for kendamas. But he glued the top of it, and I didn't know this for the longest time ever. But when you glue the top of it, when you're doing like spikes that like miss and like just keep repeatedly hitting it, it's just gonna like dent the spike of it. So if you glue it, actually, it keeps it more intact and longer to use. But as you can see, I've already wrecked it like a lot. I've been using a lot. I don't know if you can see that, but there's just so many markings and so many different, I don't know, like stuff I just did to destroy this thing. And it's funny too because I've only had it for like maybe a couple of years. The string is super long. It's pretty nice actually. I think it's a really good length for it, for what it needs to be when you're trying to do tricks and stuff like that with it. It has a really nice serrato. The only issue is it comes off a lot, and it's probably the first time you're seeing it, but yeah, it does come off a lot. But yeah, other than that, the Homegrown is just a super simplistic design. I really think it's cool for landing tricks, for basically anything. I think it could be used for a lot of things. It has a really great design to it. It's really smooth. It feels very fluent when you're playing with it. It has such a nice, great grip to it when you're trying to rip tricks out over and over again. If you're seeing in the background, I actually play outside with it for a little bit. It was another nice day out, why not? Didn't get to go anywhere this time. Hopefully next week I will have something for you guys. I will be able to go somewhere out far. That's what I think the plan is, to try to catch a nice Kendama clip out in like this great vast open area, or maybe another fire tower. I think it would be sick. But yeah, that's basically it. That is the Homegrown Kendama for you, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.